Hi, everybody. I want to talk today about a practice that I discovered a little while ago that has been foundational in a huge shift that I've experienced in just how I interact with my life on a day-to-day basis. And it's a super simple practice, really not a practice that I think will be all that surprising to anybody. Probably one that you have in some way, shape, or form interacted with in the past. But I'm going to offer a metaphor for it that I think might change the way you look at it and help you to really engage more deeply. What am I talking about? Awareness training or attention training, either one. Now, at this point, if you are at all interested in self-development, personal growth, spirituality, almost any of these fields of practice, of discipline, you should know that awareness is a keystone habit. Attention is a keystone habit. Mindfulness or presence, all of these things, they form a constellation around a similar core idea, which is basically that you are happier and you are a better person when you are paying attention to the moment, to what is happening now. Meditation is not an easy habit to pick up. It's a heavy load for a lot of people who live very busy lives and they're always being pulled in one direction or another. And it's hard to see the benefits right away. I'm not going to suggest that you start meditating. I'm going to suggest instead that you approach training your attention and your awareness the same way that you would train your body to build its strength and performance and fitness. Do repetitions, do reps. So not a prolonged seated engagement with your attention like meditation is, but rather brief 10-second reps. And that 10-second rep, during that 10 seconds, all you're doing is choosing any one of your senses, whether it's your sense of touch, your feet on the ground, your sense of sight, looking at something, smell, hearing. It could be taste while you're eating a meal. Not a sense, but you're breathing. Any of these things. And just focus on that for 10 seconds. And then stop at the end of 10 seconds. Why is this approach so profound in its effectiveness? For one, it kind of democratizes meditation and mindfulness. It makes it so that nobody can have any excuse anymore for not doing it. Do you drive a car? Well, you're going to stop at stoplights every once in a while, and that's enough time to do this. Do you watch TV or watch YouTube? I know you watch YouTube. Well, unless you have premium, when those ads come on, it probably takes about 10 seconds. Maybe that's a good cue that you can use to focus on something other than the ad. Don't like shadow ban me for saying that, YouTube. You can come up with any assortment of cues to help you engage this attention training. Here's another reason it's game changing. Meditation can be very frustrating for people who don't really know what it's meant to be like. We're often told when you meditate that you're meant to focus on your breathing or focus on a mantra or focus on something like that. And inevitably, your attention gets pulled away and pulled away and pulled away. For many of us who come from a performance-focused background, work culture, national culture, that feels like failure. But the truth is, it's not. It's just like doing a rep of an exercise. It's like doing a push-up. The push-up has both a concentric and an eccentric phase, a positive and a negative phase. Well, in attention training, focusing on something is the positive portion of the rep, but you also need the negative portion of the rep, which is where you let your attention wander and then you bring it back. And that's what we're really focused on with these 10-second repetitions of awareness. We're intentionally inserting the negative portion of the rep, which is, I don't know what the literature says these days. Who does? People say all sorts of things, but it's certainly an important part of physical exercise. It's just as important when it comes to mental exercise. You need to let your attention wander so that you can bring it back, because bringing the attention back is where the real benefit lies. Are you going to be in a mindful present state when you have a car accident or something like that? Likely not. When, your kid gets sick and you're worried about them? Likely not. When you lose your job? Likely not. But you will be able to recognize that you're not in that state and catch it and bring yourself back if you practice bringing yourself back to attention and awareness regularly. So this is where the incidental exercise framework, blueprint, approach that I am constantly harping on, that you're probably tired of hearing me harp on about physical exercise, dovetails perfectly with mental training. We're looking at this like incidentals. We're looking at this like, I'm going to try to rack up 20, 30, 50, 100 reps throughout the day whenever I notice that there's a chance. The really nice thing about this is that incidental exercise for your body can also be a great opportunity to train your awareness in this way, because when you're exercising, if you're doing it right, you're doing it mindfully. You're paying attention to the way your body feels, to the way your structure is aligned, whether that structure is properly aligned in order to produce the most amount of force, the burn in the muscles, the proximity to failure, your breathing. All of these things are things that count as awareness training. But we have to recognize that it's also training your awareness. This is one of the really interesting things about the human experience, is that if you're not aware of the benefits you're getting from something, you likely aren't getting all of the benefits you could be from that thing. Just by recognizing that you're also training your awareness when you do something like an isometric wall push, for example, or you're pushing on the steering wheel, pulling on the steering wheel, doing a stretch, doing some sort of exertion that counts as incidental exercise. Just by being aware that that's also training your awareness, you'll be reaping more of the mental benefits from it. This is really a profoundly powerful practice, very easy to implement, very simple, and often simple but not easy. That's the thing you hear everywhere about everything. Exercise, physical exercise is actually quite simple to get into better shape. It's not all that easy. Well, this one is actually simple and pretty easy. I mean, if you can't spend 10 seconds focused on one of your senses, one of your sensations, you got a lot of work to do, brother or sister. That's the idea. Take it, run with it, and what you'll find, I think, if you actually are consistent with this, is it'll improve the quality of your life, improve the quality of your attention, improve the quality of your thoughts by so much. It'll make you more connected to others, more empathetic. It'll make you more calm, able to deal with pressure, less reactive, more responsive, more creative. All of these positive things. The circuitry for making a positive difference with your mindset, it's all connected to the same places in your brain. It's all one sort of network that activates most of the time as one unit. And in activating it, it strengthens it. Those neurons that fire together, they wire together. And the more that you activate them, the more practiced your brain becomes at almost defaulting to them. All right, let me know how it goes for you. Drop me any questions or comments or any thoughts, anything like that. And I really appreciate anything you can do to support the channel. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic day. Okay, take it easy.